We can do this no problem.
You found it after watching a YouTube video?
No, I use my knowledge. Gosh, that would be cheating. I mean, I'm making a YouTube video of how to do this. Come on.
I was going to say YouTube videos are very informational. People
Right.
should watch this video.
Yeah, they should watch this video. Okay. Let's go get one.
So where was it? How do you get access
right
to
up
it?
under the engine next to the oil pan. There we go. It's January 3rd, 2025. We're changing the oil and it's like 13 degrees out.
Lucky number.
Yeah, it's the best time to change oil and work on your car when it's freezing out because there's no mosquitoes. Anyway, so what we're gonna do here is that we have our equipment thing to catch the oil. We have the oil we'll be putting in the vehicle. We have a funnel to help put oil into the vehicle. And we have an oil filter. Now we gotta make sure we got the proper oil filter and the proper oil. As I stated in one of the other videos, sometimes it's stated 5W30. It's 5W30, we got a good quality oil.
We got high mileage oil, and we asked the guy at the auto shop.
And we
for
asked
the
the guy
filter.
at the auto shop too. I have an oil absorbent pad just in case we have a mess. Now I've already lifted the vehicle enough to get underneath there. I don't have jack stands, but I do not have the tire off the ground either. So the likelihood of me getting hurt is very, very small. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the oil filter. The oil filter is on the bottom of this engine. And the oil filter is going to look like the new oil filter. Now some people say you should take the oil out first. I don't. I take the oil filter off first because it's going to land in this pan. If you take the oil out first, then you have a pan of oil for the oil filter to land into. So, now I'm going underneath it. Unfortunately, the guy holding the camera is immensely too large to fit underneath here. So you're gonna have to take my word for it when I reach up underneath into the spot, and I'm using some gloves. I'm gonna turn it by hand. Sometimes if they're stuck, you can use an oil filter wrench. In this case, it's not stuck. But I got some little gloves here.
Provided by the immensely too big guy.
Yeah.
He's too big, he shouldn't get this angle.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see that the oil's coming out.
Yeah, oil's coming out. It's warm because the car's been recently driven. And there is the oil filter.
Well, show it. Show it with your left hand.
Here's the oil filter. Alrighty.
So should we take that out? Garbage was picked up about 10 minutes ago.
Alright. So what I'll do with this, that's what this oil absorbent pad is for. Is for these types of situations. Put that there. I'm gonna set this up. Next thing, now we're gonna want to drain the rest of the oil. I'll grab a wrench that I happen to have. Socket works better for the proper size, but adjustable wrench will work if it's loose. You get loose the first time without breaking it, which I did. Came loose. Wow. It's almost like I went through and checked everything first to see if it's gonna come loose.
That would be cheating, Craig.
That would be cheating. Nobody wants to see me struggle for 20 minutes to get something off.
Oh yeah, we just have to add his title 20 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
And add some grunts and moans and complaining about how hot it is outside.
Now, if this is filled with oil, we should almost fill this small pan with oil. Now it's draining. There we go.
You're ruining that glove.
Yeah, good thing it wasn't mine.
Yeah, you're welcome. The things, how much money I put into this production.
Yeah. It's not like you're gonna get a free oil change out of it either.
I know, I had to buy the oil and the filter.
Yeah.
And the glove.
I bet you probably just found it laying around somewhere.
And I had to pay the guy in an energy drink.
Well, that was me. Oh, looks like you've been keeping some oil in there.
Yeah, I mean, it said oil low, but not as low. I guess we'll find out.
Well, I've done this where I've barely had a quart come out of these things.
So you think that's more than a quart?
Yeah, it's probably a little more than a quart.
Yeah, but you're supposed to have about 5 quarts in, right?
Yeah, whatever the manufacturer says or when it shows on your dipstick. That's fucking well.
Well, we're putting in 5 quarts, aren't we? That's what these big containers are. Was it 1.2? Yeah, 5 quarts. That's what it says right on it.
Now, I'm preparing this oil filter to go on there. They say to put oil on this gasket, which my hands are oily. You want to do that so when you tighten it in, it slides and doesn't bind, so it pushes on there. I've often wondered why they do that. It's just so it slides on there and doesn't grip and then
Show it to the
going
camera.
off.
Show it to the camera.
Oh yeah, see that rubber gasket right there. There we go, a little bit of oil on there. Now, here's something else. Some people do this, some people don't. I'm the one that does.
Why are there 2 different sizes? Look at that.
That is a very good question.
You're blocking it with the oil.
Oh, I'm blocking it. Well, it is physically, that might have been the wrong filter. Or this might be the wrong filter, but it looks like it's gonna fit on there.
But he said it was the right filter.
Well, before I put oil in it, I'm going to see if this fits.
Yeah. Okay.
There.
Go ahead.
The oil filter fits. I'm screwing it into the spot where the other one came out. And it looks the proper length. Now, the other one was a half higher than this. So either one thing or the other is incorrect, but it fit on there. Everything matched up. So we're going with that. Now in this instance, some people say you should put oil in it first and then put it on. Other people say it doesn't matter. In this case, because of the difficult location, if I were to put oil into it, I might even just spill most of it out anyway. So that's the way I'm going to do it for now. Now, put the screw on.
That screw right
The
there.
plug. See that?
Yep.
And this one looks like it has a little gasket built onto it. So I'll put this one back in there. Turn it by hand.
You can't even see the filter from here.
Oh,
You can see it from there though, right?
yes.
Obviously you screwed it in. It's right by the screw, it's just up.
Yep, it's just on this side of it.
Point to it.
Right here. It's like in a little pocket.
Oh.
Made for it.
It's tight.
Yep. You got to turn a half more turn. Now, it is a little oily. I'm going to wipe it off and try to get a little bit more of a turn on there in a minute. Now I'm tightening the plug screw or bolt.
So when you do an oil change anywhere else, this is what they usually do?
Yes. Even if you're in a shop, this is what they would have it up so easier access. They would stand under it and drain into a catch basin that they would have provided.
Or you drive it up over an area where they can be under
You're right, the pits.
the pit.
Yeah. Now after verifying the oil filter was correct, it's just a different style that fits on this engine. We're going to put the oil into the engine. Now we have a filter to assist us with putting this in the engine. And I like this. This has this movable spout. I wonder if this comes off. I ain't gonna break it. Anyway, so I'm going to interesting. Extender. Put that back on. Get my funnel ready. Oh, there's dust in this. The funnel hasn't been used in a while. The proper oil, 5W30, high mileage.
Why would we need high mileage in a car with 312,000 miles on it?
Because they consider that high mileage. I really don't know if there's any difference with a high mileage oil or.
Well, usually it's synthetic.
Oh, well, let's do it. That's also cold out and it's going in slowly.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to finish putting the rest of this oil in. And then we're going to check the level. Earlier I said something about putting oil in the oil filter. So after I had half of this in there, we started the engine and ran for 30 seconds to get the oil to circulate. So now that's all in there. If everything's done correctly, we should be at the proper level. Alrighty. Now this is where oil rag would be handy. I have a tissue here. Let's see. Turn this off first.
You could have worn that Usher shirt I gave you,
Yeah, I could have done that.
because I think it had a hole in it.
Have you ever given me something that you outright went and bought full retail price on?
Yeah, like a ticket, I think.
Well, as you can see, the oil level is difficult here in the light, but it's right up to the last hash mark, which means this is full. So we're good now. This oil's been successfully changed and the oil filter is new.
Let's show how much oil was in the pan.
Now that's what we'll do next. We get this caps on.